Are you ready?
Do you use any social networks?
No, I don't. No.
Why?
Not unless you regard email as a social network, because I have to have email. It's a necessity for business, for school, for keeping in touch with friends, but I don't like these things like Facebook, Skype. Why? Because I tried it once. Not Facebook, I tried Skype, and it was terrible. I was on Skype to my niece. She lives in England, and I asked her a question and waited for the reply. And I waited, and I waited, and I waited. And then I asked another question, and I waited again. And after about 20 minutes came a reply, yes. And I thought, yes, what? And I realized that she's talking to other people on Skype as well. And I thought, I don't like this. When you're talking to me, talk to me. Don't talk to anybody else, okay? If I put a message on there, I want one person to read that message, but not the whole world, okay? So that's why I don't use them.
And why did you try this?
Because she went to England, and I thought it was a cheap way to communicate. But
Yes.
then I thought I'd rather pay and communicate the correct way. Okay, I don't like these monosyllabic answers. Yes, no. Yes, no, what? You know, so I don't like it.
Do you have any friends who use these social networks?
All of them use it. All of them use it. And the funny thing is that they are the same age as me, or sometimes older, and they love it. And I just don't. But I'm very conservative in many ways. You know, I like proper messages. I like an email or a proper letter where every sentence has a subject and a verb, not just yes, no, uh-huh, mm-hmm. Okay, this is not communication. And also I don't like the world to read my messages. If I communicate with someone, it's with one person at a time, okay? And I like to communicate like this. I see you, you see me, okay? Eye contact and all this. So that's why I like to do it.
Do you think it's good, these invitations?
Well, I get them, but as I said, I just chuck them out. I throw them in the bin. As soon as they come, they go to the bin. And I don't know whether it's the computer that generates these invitations, because all of my friends know now that I don't want to be on Facebook or any of these things. But all the same, every week I get an invitation. I just don't respond to them.
What do you think, why do your friends use these social networks?
I think it's because it's cheap. Okay, all you do is pay for your internet connection. So it must be the cost, and it's fast. I agree that it's very convenient, okay, and it's cheap and it's fast, if you have the time. But if you have millions of hobbies, if you have full-time work, if you have a family and a house and a garden and 8 cats and everything else, then you don't have time to sit in front of the screen and chat to people, okay? When I get an email, I read it, and then 3 months later I reply. Okay, so that's what I have time for.
Yes, and why, which social networks do you know, even though you don't use it?
Well, I heard of Facebook, of course, MySpace, Skype, these. Okay.
Yes, thank you. Which social networks do you use?
I use Facebook, Instagram and Google Plus, maybe 30 or 20 or 30 minutes a day, because I want to stay in touch with my friends and maybe share some content.
Do you get any invitations?
Yes, I get them pretty often, and they make me very angry because I hate the Facebook games.
What information do you share on social networks?
I share my email address, my age, and some photos. Not much information.
How often do you share posts?
I rather don't share posts because they annoy me.
How many friends on social networks are your real friends?
Maybe 30% of friends are my real friends.
And do you know all the friends?
3 years ago, because I wanted to try social networking.
Which devices do you use on?
Yes, I use my phone and computer.
I'm losing my mind the way you got me fired up. Never give up, or even when they try.